Hey guys, it's Marlo back, and this is my review of the SH MonsterArts Godzilla 2019. I had this figure for a while, just never got around to unboxing it, but figured I've been on a kaiju roll here, doing a few NECA unboxings, and I just finished the SH MonsterArts King Ghidorah, so I guess it's about time to do the Godzilla 2019 figure. This is the Godzilla Figurine Box, as you can see, by Bandai and Tamashi Nations. Get the nice hologram sticker there to show you it's official. Again, from the SH MonsterArts series, as you can see there, through the little opening in the box there, the window, the figure with a few of the accessories there, the atomic breath, the side of the box there. Pretty cool that you can get this pose out of the figure, so I'm looking forward to trying that out, because you definitely can't do that with a NECA figure, unfortunately. But the NECA figure was about $25 in comparison to this figure, which was, I believe, somewhere around $70 to $80. It's been a while since I bought this, but yeah, with the SH MonsterArts figures, you can expect a price point at about that range, around $80 or so. And then with larger figures like King Ghidorah, that sucker, after shipping and tax and stuff, that figure cost about $200 for the King Ghidorah. So there you have it, a good look at the box real quick. So let's go ahead and open it up and take a closer look at the SH MonsterArts Godzilla 2019. And before I remove him from the clamshell tray inside, I just want to give you guys a closer look at how he comes right out of the box. Again, you can see the blue atomic flame effect there, the lower jaw with, looks like an extra piece. I suppose you attach the flame effect to that lower jaw. And you basically get the figure, and I don't see much else. I'm trying to see if there's something on the back side. Where are the display stands? Am I missing something? I don't know. I don't see any other extra display supports or anything like that. So anyways, that's what it appears to be out of the box. So let me open it up and see if there's anything else hidden inside. And here we have the figure out of the clamshell tray. And yeah, basically there's not much to the figure itself, the atomic breath effect there, and the extra lower jaw as seen earlier. And you do get an instruction sheet, sorry. And again, it doesn't tell you too much. It's basically what we already know. You can switch out the jaws there. There's a little ball joint to plug into place. The atomic breath effect, which plugs into the end of the mouth there, with part of the effect sticking out. And when that's done correctly, you can get the effect as seen there, and as also seen in the movie poster or whatever, basically that pose right there. So I'm curious to try that out, because again, you cannot do that with the NECA figure, unfortunately. So let's take a closer look at the figure. Again, offhand, the sculpt is probably a little bit better overall compared to the NECA figure. The details are a little bit more prominent. The fins and pointy areas are definitely going to be a lot more pointy than what we get with the NECA figures. So that's always cool with the SH Monster figures and the SH Figuarts figures in general. Like with Dragon Ball, I know, like with the Saiyans, you know, the tips of their hair are really nice and pointy compared to something that you'd get from, let's say, the Dragon Stars line of figures, where they're a little bit rounded off for, you know, child safety reasons and whatnot. And again, speaking of all the points you can see there on the tail, they're definitely pointy, and yeah, they can do some damage if you were to step on this tail. So definitely not meant for kids. Again, just giving you guys a quick look at the details. And something I'm noticing offhand right away, while the MonsterArts figures are an improvement in terms of detail, they are lacking in paint jobs. So the paintwork on this guy is quite lacking. It's pretty much just the molded plastic and the sort of charcoal gray tone. So quite boring in terms of paint. But I do love how they did the eye on this guy. Let's see if we can focus. The eye of Godzilla looks a lot better. It has sort of a yellow-orange tint to it with the little tiny pupil, and you can see some of the red there in the mouth. The mouth looks a little bit bloody almost. I might have to touch that up. I don't know if some of that red should be on the teeth there. It makes him look like he just ate something. But again, the details are really nice. Get a little bit of paint work there on the chest. I don't know if you can see that. And just a hint of paint there on the shoulders. Just a little bit of a sort of brown wash or spray paint there along the front. But for the most part, he is just the plastic charcoal gray color, as you can see there. So kind of boring. So real quick, we'll take a look at the articulation points, and then I'll do a comparison to the NECA Godzilla figure. Alright, so basically you can see the articulation points pretty clearly. Some of them, I don't even know why they even bothered. Like right here, there is a joint. And, I mean, you can barely, like, push him back. There's not much to it, so it's almost useless. Some of you guys might like that. For me, it's like, what's the point, really? I mean, it's there, but again, you can't do much with it. There is a point here, again, at the base of the neck. And again, there's not much to it. You can't really rotate it too much more than that. It's hindered by the sculpt. You can't really pull it back more. I mean, you just get a little bit of articulation there. Same with the next portion there. I mean, again, what's the point? There's really not much to it. Once you get to this area, it's a little bit better. It allows for you to do that one pose, I guess, to point the head up, like so. So, in that sense, the head is really nice with the ball joint there. And it allows you, again, to point him up for that blast effect where he's shooting up into the sky. But again, a lot of these other articulation points are kind of useless, in my opinion. The arm, you get a good swivel there, ball joint, and goes in and out. So, as well as with the elbow, it bends nicely like that. Ball joint at the hands. The middle area here, there's again not much to the articulation there. You can only do so much with that. It only moves like that. So again, just a little bit of movement. This part right here, they tend to be ugly with the SH MonsterArts figures. I guess you get a good range of motion with the thighs, but again, it's compromised by that ugly look there and in the sculpt. Again, with the tail, this part is kind of, I don't know, it's not necessary as far as I'm concerned. There's not much you can get out of that. And even though you get all these segmented portions in the tail, you really can't bend it all that much. So you would think you can curve the tail all the way around with all those segments, but again, because of the way the sculpt is, you really can't do much more than bend it that much. And then of course straighten it out, but the bend is only like so. You can only bend it up about that much. So I don't know, that's a bit unfortunate. With all these segments, you know, you'd think it'd be a little bit better. Maybe if the plastic was softer, you can get away with a little more, but the plastic on these are, you know, a little bit stiffer. The legs, you get some good movement with the knees and legs there. Some rotation, again, not too much, but not bad. See there, the feet. And yeah, again, more or less, you know, more articulation points for sure compared to NECA, but a lot of it, like I said, is probably not even necessary. So let's go ahead and compare him to the NECA figure. Alright, here we have the NECA figure, and let me just give you guys a quick look in comparison. The size is pretty much the same, as you can see, so NECA did a good job there of pretty much getting the size down. So they're a good match in terms of size. And you can see the details. Though they're a bit sharper with the SH MonsterArts figure, the paintwork on the NECA figure I think really brings out the detail a little bit better. I love the work on the fins there. And yeah, with the NECA figure it just seems a lot more sturdy. I feel like if I dropped it I wouldn't worry. This guy, I feel like if I dropped it I'd probably snap one of the fins or something, being that the plastic is a lot harder. It's a more brittle type of plastic. These are, you know, they have some bend to it. There's some softness, and you know, if you were to heat it up with a blow dryer, it'd definitely be a lot more pliable there. Unfortunately, with the NECA figure, yeah, you can't get much movement with the head. You can rotate it, but you can't really bend it up or down too much. You do get the jaw articulation. But the thing is, there is a joint here, and because it is a softer material, with a little force you can get it to rotate, like so. So that's kind of neat. It's a little bit hindered there, but it is a softer material, so you can easily get past that. But with the MonsterArts figure, again, the plastic is harder, and I wouldn't really want to force it with this figure. So again, I don't think I can really get away with that with this figure, unfortunately. But you do get that head motion that allows them to point up. So what else can I say? Oh, the paintwork in the eyes. This one is a little bit goofy looking. I guess with some retouching it could be a little bit better. And some of the sharpness in the teeth is lacking there. And I think the overall sculpt could be a tad better in the head, but it's not bad. Again, you're talking about a $25 figure versus something here that's around $80. So those are the two head sculpts. So yeah, definitely a cooler head sculpt there, but in terms of the body, they're almost an even match in my opinion. So one more Godzilla in my collection by NECA to compare with the SH MonsterArts version, and that is the Atomic Blast version, which I did a review on just recently. Again, he's more or less a repaint of the first release NECA figure, and something we can compare to the MonsterArts figure is the blast effect. So here is the blast effect that comes with a NECA figure. Kind of cool looking. So it depends on which version you prefer. If you like something like this, which is more of a flame look, or this, which is, I don't know, looks like a stream of the atomic breath a little bit more than this sort of lighter flame effect. And you get this cool burst with the NECA figure, which I guess you can also probably, you know, share with the MonsterArts figure as well. Let me try to get that blast effect going with the mouth. Let me switch out the jaw and give you guys a look at that. And here is the blast effect coming out of the Godzilla mouth. I switched out the lower jaw. Right here, you can see the ball joint. It just pops out pretty easily. Swap that out with the other piece, and you just basically plug in the effect, and doesn't really hold it too well. You'd think it'd snap into place a little bit better. I mean, in this pose it's okay, but if you were to bend the head back down, I think it might fall out of place depending on how you were to plug in the piece. Oh, okay. It's holding it pretty good for now. It has a funny bend to it. Don't know if I can plug it in the other way. No, it doesn't seem to fit well that way, but oops. This way it's not too bad. Oh, okay, now I'm having a hard time getting it back in there. Oh well. Let me see. There we go. So that seems to work okay. So I guess you can get it to go straight on, though it looks like the flames are kind of upside down in my opinion. Not sure. Let me see if I can get it the other way. There we go. It's kind of blowing upwards like that, but oh well. That works. And if you're wondering, with the NECA blast effect, it's quite different. The end there is meant to plug into the NECA mouth. So with this, oops, the lower jaw portion came out. It doesn't quite fit into the hole there, so you can't really plug that in, but you can probably do it with the other jaw. So let me see if I can get this back in there. The regular jaw. Okay, if I can get the ball joint to go into the proper spot. Okay, I think I got it. So that looks good. Let me see if I can get this in there, similar to the NECA figure. And that kind of works. There you go. If you wanted to swap out the NECA blast effect, you can do that. And of course, you have the effect there. So that's kind of neat. So that's an extra bonus. Again, there's a little hole in there to plug into the tongue area, so that helps a lot. You could probably point the head downward a little bit better than the NECA figure. And again, you get that blast effect there. Something like that. So there you have it, guys. My SH MonsterArts Godzilla 2019 figure with the NECA figures for comparison. There's one more NECA figure that I know of that I still need to pick up. It's the burning or meltdown version of Godzilla, where he's sort of an orange or reddish color, which hopefully will be coming out very soon. And as far as the MonsterArts figure, it's up to you if you want to add this to the collection at the price point. If you're on a budget, I highly recommend the NECA figures. If you don't mind the higher end price and you want the details, I guess the MonsterArts figure would be a lot better. Again, for the price point, I don't know if it's worth it. I'm a huge fan, so I had to have them both. So if you're like me, why not get them both, I guess. And it's cool that you can interchange some of the pieces with the Atomic Blast version here. So that makes it a little bit more fun, especially for play and display. Alright guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe, keep on collecting, take care, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.